Everyone, welcome back to Cloud Institution. Today in this video, we are going to see another very interesting and very important interview question series on Linux interview questions. So what is swap space? Swap space in Linux. Okay, so what is swap space? So first of all, the interview may try to make you understand that what is swap space? Do you have any idea about the swap spaces in RAM and all this stuff? Okay, so first of all, let's see what is swap. So swap is nothing but we can see the answer. So in Linux, swap space is the designated area on a hard drive. Okay, so for example, this is the OS. Okay, so this is the RAM. So this kind of a RAM, and we have a hard disk, right? So hard disk in some portion of hard disk. Okay, the swap is designated area on a hard drive or a dedicated partition. Okay, that acts as a temporary extension for the physical memory. So RAM how it works, right? So this is the main memory, which is RAM. Okay, so whenever the RAM is full, when RAM is full, the operating system can move no less frequently used data from RAM to the swap space, so freeing up the swap space for active processing. So this process is called swapping. So what do you mean by this one is that, so whenever RAM is getting full, okay, for example, if you are running multiple operations, so multiple threads, so it's running on the RAM. So what RAM will be doing is that, so the RAM will move some of this memory to swap area. Okay, swap area is nothing but some kind of a small portion of your hard disk. Okay, so what it can do is that, so it will move some of the small portion of the memory, some processes into the swap space. Okay, so what do you mean by this one is that, so they will move that temporary extension of physical memory. So when it's like, so less used. Okay, the swap designated area and hard disk that acts as a temporary extension or physical memory. When RAM is full, the operating system can move the less frequently used data. What do you mean by less frequently used data? So if some of the sleeping process, for example, if you are open some MS Word or so MS Excel, that is not been used from past so many days, I mean, or so many days or so many hours, so that will be in idle. Okay, so those kind of a process will be there in RAM. Okay, so what RAM will do is, so because this kind of processor is not being used frequently, so it will move that particular process to that swap area. Okay, so the next video we'll see that what is swap area, how to create swap area, right? So we'll be moved to the swap area so that the RAM will be able to handle more process, with the frequently accessed data. Okay, that's what called swap space. Swap space nothing but the one portion of hard disk. Okay, one small portion of hard disk have been converted into the swap area, which is a temporary RAM space. Okay, that can be used to store the uh, less frequently used data. Okay, that's what called swap area. Okay, so guys, hope you understand this question. If you wanted to see more question like this, and please like, comment, share, subscribe. Okay, in the next video we're going to see again like what is swap area, how to create a swap area in Linux. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay tuned for rest of the Linux interview question videos.